Hey guys, it's Carrie Lynn here for SheSaved.com, and I'm super excited to share with you a peek at our time aboard the Carnival Panorama on her inaugural sailing out of Long Beach. This was last December, just a month ago, December 2019, and we cruised as part of a hosted journey with our friends at Carnival. You know I'm a big fan, so I'm excited to give you a peek at this ship, and we're going to start here on deck 4, and this is a video I recorded during the press tour of the ship before we sailed. So it's a really nice chance for you to get a look at this ship while she's empty, and that rarely happens. So this will kind of give you a nice look at the layout and how things all look, and then I'll share video later about what it looked like once we were sailing. As you can see, this was done during the holidays. We cruised about a week and a half before Christmas. I was a little nervous about that, but I was also curious about what it was like to spend the holidays on a ship. But I have to tell you, it was fantastic. It was so festive. They had a lot of activities and things. And then I feel like we got a lot of quality time, which doesn't always happen at home during the holidays. So that's something to keep in mind. Walking past some of these shops and stuff back here, I'm going to take you back to the Liquid Lounge and give you a peek at that. This is where the shows happen. A lot of comedians, sometimes they have lip sync battles, they have Broadway type shows back here, but I want to give you a peek at what this looks like without all the lights and stuff. Beautiful, beautiful lounge here, and I'm also going to give you a peek at it from the other side later in the video, and then also I'm going to include some video of from one of the shows, so you'll see what that looks like. So anyway, walking back out here, if you've spent any time on a Carnival ship, or any ship really, but you know that there's just decks where most of the action happens, and this deck 4 going up to deck 5, this is kind of one of the general hangouts. We actually call these decks, these floors, the highway of the ship, because it's kind of the way that you get to everything else on the ship. If you can get to these floors, you can pretty much find your way to everything else. So anyway, we're walking up to deck 5 here, and this is another really neat area of the ship. You've got all the shops, and then again the central area where down below they usually have entertainment and music and whatnot. We were really impressed with the shops on this ship. Carnival always has a really nice selection, but I felt like this one had even more. We did some Christmas shopping and whatnot, really fun. Here's my daughter's favorite little store. This is Cherry on Top. Fun little cute candy shop, lots of souvenirs and gift type items. And then here's another of the shops. And again, these are all located around this hub, kind of right in the middle of the ship that looks down onto the main bar area. There's usually entertainment and stuff like that. But again, these shops just kind of surround that, and we were really impressed with the brand name items. I did feel like they had more than they typically do, and really, really good shopping. We were impressed with that. So I'm going to walk you back here. This is the next level up of the Liquid Lounge. You can enter through 2 different areas. So I'm just going to give you a peek here so you can see. This is just so well done, beautiful. I love the aqua color and the layout, and this is where you'll go again to see all the shows and fun things. And it's just a place that we really like to hang out and watch for events and different happenings there. And again, during the holidays, it was just really fun because, as you can see, very, very festive. Walking back out here now, again, these are just more shops that go to the gathering area. And then I wanted to show you some of the popular hangouts out here on deck 5. That was the piano bar. And then you've got the steakhouse here, which is fantastic. If you cruise Carnival and they have a steakhouse, I highly recommend making the time to go. It's just a really, really neat, fantastic dining experience. You can't go wrong. They are so, so good. And so walking you back out here, here's some more little hangout and restaurant areas. You've got the Alchemy Bar right here that is a really popular and hopping place. And then you've got the Bonsai restaurant, which has fantastic sushi, so good, and just a super, super friendly staff. And we love that restaurant and just the whole vibe. It's so well done. And again, right here is the piano bar, which is a really fun evening hangout. And then I wanted to show you one of my family's favorite hangouts, and they have these on every carnival we've cruised on. This is the library, and it's just a really fun place we actually usually make it our family meetup spot, like if we get separated or if we're all going to do different things. That way when we come in, you can either read a book or play a game until your whole party arrives or whatnot. But again, the ship is empty now, so not a lot happening here, but this is kind of a hopping place. Once the ship sets sails for families to play games, you can see they've got just a huge selection to read a book. My kids have made friends in here, or they'll meet friends to come play games and whatnot. But just a really fun part of the ship that kind of just gives you quality time again. And that's what cruising is all about for us. So now that I've shown you some of these features, I want to show you some of our favorite Carnival Panorama features. And one of those things is the Heroes Tribute Bar. This is something that is new and exclusive to the Carnival Panorama, and maybe they'll add these to other ships as well. But what a fantastic tribute to our military men and women and their families. We attended a couple events here. I had the chance to speak to some military members and their families, and just so impressed with Carnival's commitment and dedication to celebrating and supporting our military through several things that they do, and this is one of them. It's just a really, really neat tribute, and we were super impressed with it. So you'll find that on the Carnival Panorama. That is the Heroes Tribute Bar, and I definitely recommend checking that out. It was really, really a neat hangout. We had a lot of fun, met a lot of neat people. Another spot of the ship that I get asked about a lot is the casino. And the Carnival Panorama has a huge casino, really spacious. We felt like they had the most modern, and by modern, I mean the newest games, the hottest slot machines. It was a really happening spot. Again, remember, the ship's empty when I'm showing this to you. I also felt and heard from others that it was a lot less smoky than some of the other casinos, so very well ventilated. But anyway, really well done, and the biggest I've seen on one of the ships. And then, of course, my kids love arcades on cruises, and we have been on some in the past where the arcade isn't that big, but the Carnival Panorama features a very large arcade space, along with actually quite a few really, really hot kids activities outside of the arcade. So this is just one of the things, but we were very impressed with this space. So many things to do, lots of great family games, things you could do together. I also liked that there was quite a big range of activities for the little ones all the way up to teenagers. We were also impressed with the price point. And here's a little tip. When you cruise Carnival, every member of your family is given a key. It's your room key, but it's also a key card that allows you to make purchases or track your activity on the ship or whatnot. But in the app, you can go add in funds for each of your kids. And so for each of my kids, I would go in and give them $10 a day, and they can spend that however they want. They can spend it in the candy shop, they can spend it in the arcade, but that's a great way to kind of control the spending a little bit, but also reward them and let them go have their own time and whatnot. And it's a great way to track their activities as well. But anyway, we were really impressed with the arcade. Super well done on the Carnival Panorama. And another feature that was just amazing is the Sky Zone. Now, this is the very first ever trampoline park at sea, and it is so awesome. We spent a lot of time in here as a family, and my kids just loved it. The staff is amazing. As you can see, it's a full trampoline park. They've kind of got this area where they have dodgeball and the basketball hoops, and that's all trampoline floor. And then the other side has a really, really neat rock climbing wall that is interactive. And down below, this is my daughter climbing the wall. Down below is a trampoline type, or not trampoline, but like a padded floor. So if you were to fall off the wall, it's just one big pillow. But as you can see, she's climbing the wall here and playing a video game at the same time. She's getting points for touching these little creatures, and there's a lot of different games that you can choose from and activities, and kids kind of take their turns playing the game, and it keeps score. And they had so much fun doing this. This is my son. He's a teenager. So, I just couldn't get over the wide range of kids that could enjoy this. And they have different times for different age groups. You can book your family time. You can book time for the little ones. And like I said, the staff is amazing. They just keep these kids so entertained. And they also have a really fun glow feature. This is my daughter jumping during the glow party type time, where they give you these bright shirts and everything kind of lights up. And I just love that we were getting activity on a vacation, and everyone was having so much fun. And here's a peek at the staff running a dodgeball tournament. That was another thing that was just awesome. We could have done that for hours and hours. So again, huge perk to the Carnival Panorama. Great for kids of all ages, but it was a huge hit with my older kids. And so speaking of, another huge hit of the Carnival Panorama is the Carnival Kitchen, another new to Carnival feature. This is an interactive kitchen where you can go in and actually cook and bake with their chefs. This is my daughter and another travel influencer, as they are making homemade apple pies, which was so cool. They give you all the ingredients, they instruct you, they walk you through it, they make it so easy. We had a blast doing this. My daughter said she would do this again and again. And of course, look, we had a little special guest appearance there from Emerald himself. That was really neat and just made it a super fun perk. So I just have to say, this is just a tiny peek of all of the things you can expect from Carnival Panorama. So I'm going to end here with a little clip from one of the shows that we attended, because just the icing on the cake, all the little things that you can do on this ship and the fun that they provide is so family friendly. We had such a great time, and they really just go all out. You are not going to be bored on this ship. And again, I just showed you a teeny tiny bit. I didn't even get a chance to share so many other things. We were so busy and active, and what a wonderful way to spend your family time. So if you have any questions, let me know. But there you go. This is our time on the Carnival Panorama. This is Carrie Lynn from SheSaved.com.